the German Panther tank advances in support of the ground troops. The German soldiers also attack the Allied vehicles, in this case with a Panzerschreck, the German equivalent of the bazooka anti-tank weapon used by the Allies. As the German advance continues, the Allied artillery, having been brought up from the rear, finally roars into action. Despite the weight of opposition facing the Germans at Falaise, they were still able to cause serious damage to the Allies. On the 20th of August, the 2nd SS Panzer Corps counterattacked a Polish armoured division in the east. The Polish troops were almost overrun until they were reinforced by a Canadian division, and once again the Germans were repulsed. The Germans also have their own heavy weapons in the form of a 6-barreled Nebelwerfer. The Nebelwerfer was referred to as the main mini by Allied troops during the war, on account of the sound made by the rocket projectiles. While the weapon was not highly accurate, it could fire all 6 barrels in less than 6 seconds, laying down a significant amount of firepower in a short period of time. With so many German troops packed into a relatively small area, all trying to pull back to the east, traffic jams were inevitable. The Typhoons and Spitfires took advantage of the situation by destroying the lead vehicles in a column, and then strafing the rest with rockets and cannon fire. The combined weight of aircraft attacks, artillery barrage and ground troops finally forces the Germans to begin a withdrawal. During the confusion and haste of the retreat, it was not uncommon for some troops to be left behind. Sensing that the Germans are on the back foot once more, the Allied troops advance again and press home their advantage. Finally, some close-in action, and hand-to-hand fighting sees the German resolve fail and the Allies emerge victorious. By the 21st of August, Canadian troops from the north had met with US troops from the south, and the remaining Germans in the Falaise area were forced to concede defeat and surrender. This closing of the Falaise gap and the encirclement of the German armies was the last episode of the Normandy campaign, which had started 8 weeks earlier on D-Day. Fortunately at Classic Fighters, once the battle is over, both Allies and Germans can stand side by side in friendship and can solemnly remember the sacrifices made in France by their forebears.